Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Welcome everybody to a new episode of the social media scene. What is popping today in the world of social media? Today, we definitely got to talk about Instagram. What is going on in the world of Instagram? Affiliate marketing. That's right. Affiliate marketing is coming to Instagram. So I'll tell you about that. Also, gotta talk about Instagram CEO sharing a little bit of insider tips and insights on what really works on Instagram. Definitely got to talk about that. And Facebook has decided, you know what? For all you creators trying to make a career out of being an influencer, a creator, well, the monetization tools, you know what we said? What's going to happen? Well, we've extended it. It's going to be free. But, yeah, there's a but, there's a caveat, and I'll tell you what that is. Also, if you are a YouTuber and you are just tired of people taking your videos and misusing them and just infringing upon your copyright, YouTube has a new feature, has a new update rather, that will help you stop that from happening. So a lot to talk about today on this episode of the social media scene. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Welcome everybody to a new episode of the social media scene. How is everybody doing? Now, for those of you that are new, let me introduce myself. I am Alice Fuller, Principal Consultant at Sheer Social. I know you're like, now what in the world is a Sheer and a social? Where, well, Sheer and Social, Sheer and Social. I got a lot going on in my mind today. Sheer Social is my social media marketing training and consulting business. Yes, indeed, I do social media management. Matter of fact, I've been teaching it all week long, but primarily I do more teaching and consulting than I do social media management. This right here is the social media scene. This is where week to week I try to impart some wisdom on what is going on in the world of social media, what is going on in the world of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything else. And I try to impart some, if I can do it, I do try to impart some wisdom about entertainment, because in a minute, it's all just going to be media. Have you figured that out? It's all going to be media. So today we are definitely going to talk about some of those things. So while I am giving you the rundown, here's what I want you to do. Go ahead, share this stream with friends and frenemies in those places and spaces. You know, conversations about social media are going on, especially with that one or two, friend or frenemy that thinks they know everything about social media. But yeah, well, you know where I'm going with that. Go ahead, share this stream in those places and spaces. You know they exist. If that's in your groups, if that's on your pages, if you know how to share this off the platform you are on in other places, because I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. I am pushing somewhat the limits a little bit just to see what I can get away with. So go ahead and share the stream. So let me give you again the rundown of what is going to happen today, what we're going to talk about. Hopefully nothing will happen. It is a live stream, you never know. But let's talk about what the topics are for this particular episode. So in today's episode, definitely got to talk about Instagram and affiliate marketing. Woo, woo, woo. And I say woo, woo because affiliate marketing has been popping for years and years. A lot of people making money from affiliate marketing. Plenty of people. And I'm assuming Instagram wants in on that market, especially when it comes to their influencers, aka creators. Okay. So we're going to talk about affiliate marketing, Instagram, and what your expectations should be, especially if you're eager Really eager to dive into that. Definitely got to talk about some more Instagram and the CEO, Adam Mosseri. I think I'm saying his name right. I don't know. If I'm not, sorry, sir. I do apologize. But he shared some insights that I think will be useful for all of us that use Instagram. I don't use Instagram as much as I used to, and I'm going to express exactly why after I share with you what he's talking about, what he talked about actually during this little launch. What are they calling it? What do they call it? The Creator Week. The Creator Week. It was the first time ever they have done this type of event just for creators, quote unquote, influencers on the platform. So we'll definitely talk about that. And if you are thinking about monetizing your events on Facebook, you want to do tips where your people are tipping you and things of that nature as you're live streaming, well, Facebook announced, you know what? We said last year that we were going to make it free up to a certain date. And Facebook, specifically Zuckerberg, has decided to extend that date, extend that free service or feature. And I'll tell you when you got to start paying for it. Also today, last but not least, YouTube. Definitely got to talk about YouTube, because when it comes down to copyright, I know a lot of YouTubers and some Twitch people too, but specifically on YouTube, there are issues still with copyright infringement. That's probably always going to be the case. So YouTube has an update that will help you, the originator of the content, really kind of stop people from sharing your content, your copyrighted content, over and over and over and over again, and then taking credit for your hard work. Don't you hate that? I do. But at any rate, I digress. That's what's popping in today's episode. So let's see if I can get some other things popping. I got a lot open on this screen. Too much. It's too much distraction going on this screen. So let's see if indeed I can be seen and heard. Can I be seen and heard? Because, you know, I've been having some internet issues, and I hate to even speak them because I'm going real good right now. Everything is, for the most part, is going how I hoped it would. And it appears we are everywhere I'm supposed to be, or everywhere that I want to be. Isn't there a commercial about that? I think there is. Isn't there a commercial about being everywhere you want to be? Was that the MasterCard commercial? I do believe. So let me do just one little test here. So as you're sharing the stream, let me just make sure I am seen and heard everywhere I want to be seen and heard, especially here on Facebook. Let's see. And can I be seen and heard here on Facebook? What's going on, Facebook? What's going on? Let's go. Give me my stream. Yeah, here we are. We're here. We're here. And we're here, and the sound seems pretty good because we've been having a lot of different things going on with this live stream in the last couple of weeks. So let's dive into the very first story of the day. We're going to start, of course, we're going to start with Instagram. Might as well. And let's see if my graphics work today, because it's been a lot going on. Will that work today? Guess not. Yeah, it's one of those days. It's just one of those days. It's not working either, so I don't know what's going on. I try, people. I do try. I try so hard to get this stream together, and there's certain little things in production that anybody who works in production knows. Certain things work one week, and certain weeks they don't, for whatever reason. So we're just going to press on, press through. So the first story today, Instagram. We start talking about Instagram and affiliate marketing. For those of you that are eager to dive in, I got news for you. You can't dive in just yet. Give it a minute. Right now, Instagram is merely just testing affiliate marketing. But you know what? I give it a month to 3 before they allow creators. In other words, you're going to probably have to have a certain amount of followers to even be able to participate in affiliate marketing. Okay. But at any rate, for those of you that aspire to participate in affiliate marketing on Instagram, there is something to look forward to. Matter of fact, with this new affiliate marketing, you won't even have to really leave Instagram to participate in it. It is what they're calling native. In other words, it is right there on the platform. You don't have to go off to, Amazon. You don't have to go off to, go back to Facebook or anything of that nature. Nope. Instagram, right there within the app, is where this is going to take place. Now, I say that, but those businesses who already have a checkout, if you are a part of that checkout, in other words, with checkout, you're a business on Instagram and you are allowing people to do the transaction within the app, you are the individuals that will be able to participate in this potential affiliate marketing. Everybody else, not yet. But if you get your business profile in order, you just might be able to participate in this in the months and or years to come. So the great thing about affiliate marketing, as most of you know, just bare minimum, with affiliate marketing, you sell products or you promote, let me put it this way, you promote products through your profile. And when people click on the links to those products and sometimes services, and if a sale is made, you get a commission. Because I suspect, based on my research, I didn't learn whether this is going to be, because there are different ways to do affiliate marketing. The most popular, the most known is cost per sale. In other words, a sale has to happen in order for the affiliate to actually make any money. But you can technically do cost per click, and you can also do cost per lead. But that's a whole nother conversation about affiliate marketing. We're not going that deep in affiliate marketing today. But I suspect this is going to be cost per sale. So every time a sale is made, you as a creator, quote unquote, influencer, will get a commission. So here's the thing too. If indeed you want to participate in this, you have to abide by FTC rules and regulations. I know some creators, some businesses on both ends of that dollar have not been doing what they're supposed to do as far as the FTC mandate, letting people know what the relationship really is between the affiliate and or the creator in this particular instance and the business that they are partnered with. If you're going to participate in this, you definitely will have a tag on your post that will say eligible for commission. Eligible for commission. I'll show you a picture in just a minute of what that looks like. So just go ahead and get in the mindset. I have to abide by FTC rules and regulations, which have been around a little while now, in regards to influencer marketing. Yeah, you bloggers too. If you don't even consider yourself an influencer, you're a content creator, there are rules and regulations that you must abide by. Even with affiliate marketing, no one is paying you to talk about it or talk about a service or a product, but you are getting some benefit, some financial benefit from potentially the sales you make from promoting a product or service. So yes, the FTC rules still apply to you. So right now, when they're launching this test, the product will be tested amongst small group, as usual, just a small group of US creators and a couple of beauty brands, because we know the beauty brands bring in a lot of engagement for Instagram. So those brands include Benefit, MAC, I'm familiar with MAC, Pat McGrath Labs, never heard of them, but I have heard of Sephora. I'm not a makeup type girl by any means, and you can kind of see that this is no filter. But I can do better, trust me, on that piece. But when it comes down to beauty products and things of that nature, you'll notice in the last couple of weeks, if you've been watching the show, Facebook started live Fridays. Was it live shopping Fridays, where beauty brands will go on their Facebook pages and sell merch, sell their merchandise, sell their wares. That's still going on. That's going to be going on until I think July. And so now the beauty brands, some beauty brands again, will be able to take advantage of this affiliate marketing program, I guess is what you could call it technically, right here on Instagram. So let me share with you what this is going to look like. So let's see if I can get my browser to work here. Nope, that didn't work either. Oh, it's just one of those days. Goodness gracious, I can't get much to work right. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do it live too. We're going to show you all the mistakes today. We're going to do this, and there we go. So you get started with affiliate, simplify your process, earn commissions, find new opportunities. All right, cool. Then we've got this example here with influencer Melissa. I'm assuming that's Flores, Melissa Flores. Notice where it says eligible for commission. Eligible for commission. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the FTC is going to mandate. And I suspect too, in the description there, if they were to go a little further with this example, in the description, she might have like a hashtag that says hashtag affiliate or hashtag ad or hashtag partner, or well, it's not necessarily a sponsored post, but at any rate, there's probably something else that needs to be in the description to let people know once again the business partnership. And as you see, you get insights, you get how much money you made, approximate earnings from this point. Okay, and then of course you got the other data there. So that's what affiliate marketing will kind of look like for those that are participating, the small group of US creators that are participating. It looks pretty easy peasy in all actuality. And that piece where it says find new opportunities, expand your relationships by connecting new and familiar brands with your audience. So I suspect that piece right there will help you, the creator, find people, find companies that want to participate in affiliate marketing when this opens up to just the beauty brands. But this is big. This is really big, because the reality of it is, and here's a truism, why now are they just doing this? Let's keep in mind, people, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everybody is in competition with and in the same pot of people. Facebook and Instagram, since Facebook owns Instagram, which we know, they're just trying to keep their creators. At the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to. To quote one popular song, it says, some people aren't loyal. And when people are trying to make a career out of being, quote unquote, an online influencer, creator, brand ambassador, whatever the title may be, they're looking for opportunities, and they will go where the money is. They will go where the opportunities are. And in this particular case, Facebook, Instagram has to step up its game, because everybody is stepping up its game in monetization and trying to keep what influencers they have on that particular platform. The only thing that irks me about this to a degree is, it's always the creators, the influencers, those individuals who are at the bottom, who are not, you don't have 10,000 followers and things of that nature. Because I don't know at this point how many followers you will have to have when this opens up. So I suspect it might be minimally maybe 10,000, or maybe they'll lowball it and say 5,000. But everybody else, you won't be able to participate. And that is the part that irks me to no end. But at any rate, it is what a TI is. Now, here's the other thing too that's going on today with Zuckerberg and this Creator Week that was announced. Now, you've got the affiliate marketing that was announced. That's good. That's great. That's wonderful. Yay. But here's some other things you need to be aware of. Now, as a creator, if you want to start selling merch, not somebody else's, that's affiliate marketing. If you have your own merch, in a minute, you'll be able to basically have your own storefront right there on Instagram in your Instagram profile. Creators also will be able to add links to existing shops on their personal profiles. Notice I said personal profiles, did not say business. I said personal profiles, which will show up as a new button at the top of the screen that says view shop. So let me share that with you here. Let's see if I got this fixed now. I do believe I do. So let me share with you this. So let's, as you see here, here's an individual on her personal profile seemingly, and it's add shop. Congratulations, your shop is open, view shop. And then you can see her little hoodies and t-shirts and stuff. Okay, then you've got here, let me show you this one. And she already has a shop, and she says view shop, and she's linked to a shop, an existing shop. And you see here, she's got tarot cards, interesting, and some t-shirts and some other merch. So at the end of the day, people, Instagram is becoming more of an e-commerce site than it is just simply social media. But I've been telling y'all that for years now. Social media, e-commerce are in bed together, and they're going to seemingly stay that way as long as both parties are making money. And there is money to be made. So that's the big story of the week. Technically, that's probably the biggest story. One of the biggest stories of this week is affiliate marketing. And now that these shops, not just for business profiles, but these shops for personal profiles can now, well, soon, not now, not everybody will be able to do this yet. Keep that in mind. Some of these things I'm saying today are not quite available for everybody just yet. The affiliate marketing is not available to everybody just yet. But according to my research here, if you have a personal profile and you've got a shop that you want to link to your profile, then that you should be able to do. If you can't do that today, then give it a minute, because they roll these things out and not everybody gets everything at the same time all the time. Okay, so let's move on to the next story. Since my graphics aren't working today, we'll have to do old school. Yeah, just imagine this moving across the screen. Because my graphics aren't working today. So it is what it is. All right, so in my next story about Instagram, when we get down to what really works on Instagram, that's a good question, because for years we've been saying as social media professionals, social media managers, strategists, and that and third, we've been preaching stories forever. Before it was stories, it was just video, certain types of photo. Make sure you get your engagement. Be sure you're liking, you're commenting, and things of that nature. That's all of that is still true. But we were pushing stories for at least 2-3 years. And then because TikTok came into the scene, now we've got Reels. So now Reels are being pushed. Oh, I forgot IGTV. IGTV was pushed for a little while, but I still don't think IGTV has taken off as much as Instagram would like it to. But nonetheless, it is there for us to use at our leisure. But here's the thing too, when it comes down to your analytics, when it comes down to monetization, there are certain things you definitely need to be more strategic about. So during this creator week, basically, it's the first time ever Instagram has basically had a little mini, I'd call it a summit or a conference, if you want to call it that, for their creators. And, all these creators and all these other people that are experts on Instagram come together, and they share what's working, what's not working, how to grow your audience, yada, yada, yada. And technically, no, it appears it was not open to everybody. You had probably to be deemed a creator once again. But let's talk about what was said, though. Now, primarily, And there was a Q&A done with the CEO, Adam. I think his last name is Mosseri. Mosseri. I can't say the man. I haven't heard it enough to for it to stick with me. But he's saying, look, Instagram, they cannot guarantee stable reach because there's always some constant changes going on in the algorithm. Let me repeat that. The CEO is saying, hey, we can't guarantee you a consistent reach on your content because the algorithm is always changing. Duh. So as more people are joining Instagram, the competition for reach is greater, is changing. So things are going to fluctuate as far as the reach is concerned. Okay. That to me sounds right out the gate that you're going to keep trying to reach for something that you're never going to attain. You know, we're just going to dangle this in front of you and make you work harder and harder and harder and harder to get it, which is why personally I'm not that active on Instagram as much as I used to be. It just seems like it gets harder and harder and harder to get where you want to go with Instagram, and primarily more for their benefit than for mine. Now, some would argue that with me and debate with me all day, but you're really not going to change my mind on that thinking. So, for those of you though that want to continue using Instagram and leveraging Instagram, I say go ahead and do it. Don't let what I'm doing stop you from doing anything. Go ahead, use the tools that are available to you to the best of your ability, and you might get where you want to go. I can't say you will get where you want to go, but you might get where you want to go. As I tell even my clients, just don't put all of your eggs in one basket. That's not what you want to do. Not what you want to do at all. So let's go over here to the Social Media Today website. Let's see if I can do this right today. So here's the head man in charge right here, and he's being interviewed. So what I'm going to do is let's fade out this music that I have playing underneath here. Just testing that out today. Let's go ahead and do that. Fade that out. And then let's go back over here to Adam. And I want to go to a certain part in this video. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay, we're going to go over here to about 2 minutes and 30 into the video.
There's no silver bullet. I am sorry. Every audience is different. What's best for your audience, I'm sure, is different than what is not best for another group's audience, another creator's audience. But a couple of things are good. I'm not going to just say post everything everywhere, which I think you might hear a lot. But I do think one of the most important things is to experiment, is to try new things and figure out what's resonating with your audience now, because it might be different than it was a half a year or a year ago. There are other broad things. I think, leaning in the video is good. Videos need to be catching the first, 2 seconds to get people's attention as they scroll by and feed, and that's good. Using hashtags is valuable. A healthy, feed, a couple of feeds a week, a couple of stories a day. But again, I wish there was a silver bullet. I wish there was just a formula I could hand over to you, but there unfortunately isn't.
I appreciate the honesty. I've definitely.
Okay, she says she appreciates the honesty. There's no silver bullet. Man. It's funny to me how the people who control the platform are going to tell you, you know what, there's no secret bullet. We can't tell you what the secret sauce is, even though they control the algorithms. But they can't tell you how, or, because things fluctuate so much. I, the CEO, I who basically run this whole ship, can't tell you what the secret bullet is. I can't tell you exactly what you need to do. I can't tell you exactly what works, really. But you run this machine all day, every day, and you know the ins and outs, or you should, or you hire the people that know the ins and outs. You hire the people, or you work very directly with the people who create the algorithms, but you can't say what the secret bullet is. man, bye. Or as we say, boy, bye. This is good to me professionally. This is PR speak. This is just good old spin to me as to what works on Instagram. He could tell you exactly what works on Instagram. He really could if he really wanted to. He could pick up the phone and talk to somebody who creates the algorithm and tell you exactly what you should do. But he doesn't want to do that. So when she says thank you for your honesty, I'm okay. All right. That's just me though. I've been in this game a little long, so maybe I'm tainted. But I'm calling it. I'm definitely calling it. Yeah, I don't yeah, I'm not falling for the ompy dunk with this one. Now let me go to 4 minutes into this video because I want to hear him. I want you to hear him talk about what it takes to get verified on Instagram because I've had a couple of people reach out to me. I want that little check mark because it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me look the perception of I'm somebody important, despite the fact that I've got great engagement, despite the fact that I've got great content. But that blue check mark puts me in the special group, in the elite group. So for those of you that want to hear about that, let me go back over here to see. We're going to go 4 minutes in. We're almost there.
Felt it's gotten
Music rights.
all right. That makes sense. Good to know. Speaking of getting verified, I got this question a lot too. That blue check mark, I know we all want it. So, how do we get verified? What are you looking for in that mysterious application process of yours?
Oh yeah, we've tried to demystify this one a little bit. Generally, the hope with verification is to disambiguate people who are being impersonated. It's not supposed to be a status symbol. It's supposed to be if someone's trying to pretend to be you, you can make sure people know who the real you is. That said, I get that there's a lot of appeal. People want it. It's that blue check mark. You can now apply in the app, which is a big, well, I don't know what to call it, a step forward that we did maybe a year or two now. We're mostly looking for notoriety. Are you of a certain level of prominence? To try and evaluate that in a more objective way, that we try to look for essentially media about you. So has the press written about you in your country? We are expanding the number of media that we look at to try to make sure that we are being more inclusive with an eye towards equity. We're trying to make sure we are careful and cognizant of any biases the media has. Certain media in certain countries have biases which can be problematic, which we then become subject to. So we're adding more and more publications over time. But usually, if you're being denied, it's because we haven't been able to find a sufficient amount of coverage. And so if you have some coverage, attach that, send links to that. That helps.
Okay, so we're going to hear that inclusion and equity a lot for however long. I guess that means he's going to add Ebony magazine to the list or something. Who knows? But at the end of the day, that's what they're looking for if you want to be verified. Have you been mentioned in the media? Me personally, not like that. No, 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 no. So, and even though about 2 years ago, I had somebody literally copy my profile on Instagram, took my mug shot, everything. It was another version of me with my name and my face. And there wasn't much I could do about it outside of just report them. And the only reason I knew about it was because a follower of mine happened to stumble upon this extra profile that had my business name and my photo attached. And then he informed me. Otherwise, there would have been another version of Sheer Social with my face on it, just going about whatever business they were planning to do on Instagram. So, yeah, having the blue check mark might have been useful for me in that aspect. But at the end of the day, people, you're going to have to be somebody that gets, you know, that notoriety, that mention, that kind of whatever. So celebrities shouldn't have a problem with that. Certain celebrities, especially. This is probably time, instead of calling your social media manager, unless they have a direct contact to Instagram and that kind of thing, somebody who works for Instagram and that can, push things along for you. instead of calling me and asking me, Alice, how can I get that blue check mark for Instagram? I'm gonna need you to call your get a publicist du jour and find out what you need to do to get your name positively circulating in certain media. That might help you probably a lot quicker get to where you want to go than trying to hire a social media manager to do it, thinking they got some power, and the only power they may have is posting for you or your Instagram strategy or content. But as far as having some influence with getting that blue check mark, most of us as social media managers don't have any say so in that. We really don't. But so you've heard it directly from the CEO's mouth. There it is. So you know what you need to do. Now, the other piece to that is the monetization piece. I want you to hear this part. We don't have too far to go. So let me go back over here so you can hear this directly from the horse's mouth. So we're going to go.
Okay, that is super helpful. And trying to get paid.
If we think about the different,
the future of monetization look like on Instagram?
So if you take a big step back, one of the things I worry about is if we think about the different ways that we create value for creators today, almost all of that value right now is in that distribution or that reach bucket. And that's something, like I said before, that is going to be volatile. We're going to try and continue to grow the pie. I'm sure we're going to see more and more creators grow over time, but it's not going to be something that we can rely on every creator always growing all the time. It's just not possible. So we need to create, if we want to be the best platform for creators long term, a whole suite of things or tools that creators can use to help do what they do. We need to do more to help creators tell their stories with creative tools, to reach an audience by doing better and more creator focused ranking work, to make a living, which you just asked about, and then also to make sure creators feel safe on the platform and doing all that they do. But on making a living, even there, I think it's super important that we create a whole suite of different tools, because what you might use and what might be relevant for you as a creator might be very different than an athlete or a writer. And so largely they fall into three categories. One is commerce. So either we can do more to help with branded content, we can do more with affiliate marketing, which we announced this week, we can do more with merch, which we also announced some improvements this week with creator shops. The second is ways for users to actually pay creators directly. So whether it is gated content or subscriptions or tips like badges or other user payment type products, I think there's a lot to do there. I love those because those give creators a direct relationship with their fans, which I think is probably more sustainable and more predictable over the long run. I think if you're running a business and as your creator, you're a business, you need to have some predictability. And then the third area is rev share, where we're currently focused on video. Can we do meaningful rev share out with IGTV, long form video? Is it possible to do a short form video? We're continuing to explore there as well.
All right, yeah, I appreciate everything you're rolling out. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for some monetization for Reels, because that's where I know a lot of people are at as well. With monetization comes the more followers you have, a lot of times the more money you can make, and that comes a lot of temptation to get fake followers. So do you think fake followers are a problem on Instagram? What are the side effects of having real versus fake followers, and can brands even tell the difference?
Ooh, good question.
So fake followers are definitely an issue. They're an issue that we are getting better at addressing over time, but we still have plenty of work to do. I would encourage you to not go after fake followers for a couple of reasons. One is usually the way this works is you sign up for some relatively sketchy service. They might even offer you a promotion for free, but you have to log into Instagram through their service, which then gives them your password, which is how they do fake followers in the first place. They go then and log in as you and like other people's stuff as you and charge those other people for that. So do not give your password to anyone. Please turn it on two-factor. You're going to be compromising your account and your own privacy. So that's one. But two is as we get better at identifying these fake followers, and we look at things like, hey, have you followed and commented and liked every minute for the last 24 hours? You're probably not a real person. Are you having a ton of activity from the same device or the same IP address or the same old version of Instagram? We get better at these over time, and then we remove that activity in those accounts at times. And so you might see your follower counts drop or get caught up in that in some enforcement action in some negative way. So please don't go try and buy followers. We know there are services out there. We are getting better at tracking them down and shutting them down, and we don't want you to get stuck in the crosshairs.
Yeah, I've definitely been reading on Reddit from people who.
Okay. So, okay, here's my thing with that. Instagram has been around for a long time now. I mean, a long time. It's not a newbie platform anymore. And so for him to say we're getting better at it, how much longer do you need to get good at something? Really? I mean, come on. Instagram has been around for what, 5, 6, 7 years now? It's been around a long time. And they know, he knows, even before he became CEO, he knew that people were creating huge followings by buying fake followers, by using a lot of these automation tools and things of that nature. But I think at the end, some of that benefits the platform because on one end, they don't want to tell you to buy followers, but on the other end, they keep incentivizing people with large audiences. Thus, the person who really wants to be able to take advantage of the benefits of having a large following, you are going to do whatever is necessary in your mind to get a following and get it quickly so that you can take advantage of the tools that you get when you get 10,000 followers or whatever their benchmark is. So it can't be that hard to say we're still working on it. It's like it's so difficult. How Here's once again, people. I think a lot of this is PR speak. We don't want to say exactly what's going on with Instagram. We know that a lot of people are beginning to look at Instagram differently and go off to TikTok. For those people who still want to do Snapchat, for people who are looking for, maybe they're doing Clubhouse more or they're doing something else more. Instagram understands we got to do something to keep the people that we have. And we understand too that some of the things we've done over the years have negatively impacted the mental health of individuals as well. So we're rolling back some of the things we've been pushing, not necessarily publicly pushing, but we're just sitting up in the background letting some things happen. And then we want to say, oh, well, we're still working on trying to fix that. Oh, as time goes on, we'll get better at. In my opinion, that's just PR speak. It's PR speak because they understand the more they want Instagram to look like the go-to place. And when you get plenty of followers, tens of thousands of followers on the platform, and then you incentivize people to have that many followers, they know people are going to do whatever is necessary to get the fake followers so that they can take advantage of what they're incentivizing. So yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not buying it. I'm just looking at him real side eye like really. But again, that's just me. For those of you that really, really are, invested in Instagram, you've heard it from the horse's mouth, what's going on, what works, what doesn't work, what they're doing with monetization, what they're doing with affiliate marketing and things of that nature. So they also mentioned too, or not they, but he mentioned something too about live streaming and stars. Well, my next story is about that in and of itself because when it comes down to, oh, I forgot. I'm going to my next story. Next story. Okay. Because my graphic won't work today for whatever reason. So, gotta, gotta do what you gotta do. So, when it comes down to Facebook, Instagram, and monetization tools, Facebook has decided look, we understand that people have been negatively impacted. The world has been impacted by the pandemic. We get that. And when they first announced these new revenue tools a couple of months ago, they told you out the gate, hey, we're not going to charge you anything. But for those of you that want to use them, Apple on the other hand is over here trying to charge this amount of money. So Zuckerberg is really on this whole campaign of making Apple look like the bad guy because Apple isn't willing to play the game he wants to play. And that's the long and short of it. That's it. Because Apple now is giving us more control over how our data is being used by social media platforms and things of that nature. Zuckerberg is salty because he can't do what he used to do, got very comfortable doing, and now he sees it impacting his bottom line. And because of that, he's trying to make Apple look like the bad guy. Okay. And he's using everything within his, almost within his power to do so. So let me show you. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is some stuff right here that we saw a former president do, wherein you badmouth your quote unquote your competition, or you badmouth the person that you think is doing you some harm in your mentions, your public mentions. So check this out. Over here on his fan page. So let's go over here. Okay. Yes, we know this is a public figure. He says here, to help more creators make a living on our platforms, we're going to keep paid online events, fan subscription, badges, and upcoming independent news products free for creators until 2023. So you got maybe what, 2 more years? We're in 21 now, midway through 21. So you got about 2 more years. And then we will introduce a revenue share. It will be less than 30% that Apple and others take. I know Apple is like, could you keep our name out your damn mouth, please? We over here doing our thing, and we're doing our thing, you know, for the benefit of our customers, just like you're trying to do things for the seemingly for the benefit of your customers. Why you keep talking about us? I would love to see, you know, one of those fun matchups that people used to do, where you put Zuckerberg and the guy who's the CEO of Apple right now in a boxing ring and have them duke it out. But nonetheless, for those of you that want to do Facebook events and paid events, you can still do that, but Facebook isn't going to take a cut of it. However, Apple probably will. And the workaround to that is, instead of having people register for your event through the phone, just push them to register on a desktop, not on their phone, on a desktop. Just go to a nearest computer and do it that way. So then you get the majority of all of that pricing for the event. Now, a lot of you probably won't even think about that, but that's the workaround for right now. If you want to do paid events, because that's inclusive of this too. Along now, the fan subscriptions, I don't know if there's a workaround with that. The badges, the independent news products, things of that nature, because you know they want to be Substack too. If you don't know what Substack is, it's where journalists can basically set up a subscription to have access to the articles they write. So Facebook is delving into that too. So at the end of the day, there is a little workaround for the events, but for the other things, if you're going to use an Apple phone, Apple is probably going to take their 30% chunk out of whatever you're making. It is what it is, people. You know, everybody wants their coin. That is the nature of business. Okay, so that's the Facebook news for today. That's the Instagram. That's the Facebook. And now, last but not least, we're going to go into YouTube. YouTube. And okay, so with YouTube, here's the thing. If you are a YouTuber, sometime in your life as a creator, somebody just might see one of your videos and say, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. Let me download this video right quick and throw it up on my profile and act like I created it. It happens. It used to be really, really bad. It may not be as bad as it used to be, but it still happens. Okay, so YouTube has rolled out a new update which will enable you as a creator to stop that type of activity, which is a good thing. So it's a copyright claim process that you'll be able to go through, and all you have to do is click a little box when reporting a copyright violation, and it'll say prevent copies of these videos appearing on YouTube going forward. I looked, I don't have it because I don't have any copyright strikes or any copyright issues on my platform. So I don't have any copyright, any videos that have been stolen or taken or whatever else. So it doesn't pop up on my my YouTube channel on the back end because I look because I wanted to go there as opposed to using some other picture. But here is something that I want you to listen to, and this is from one of the speakers I had at the summit that I did on April 7th called the Live and in Color Summit. Warren Reed. Warren Reed is the he's a specialist in live video for YouTube, but he also is talking with he's also talking about not with he's also talking about this new rollout about the copyright issue and the copyright update. So if people are taking your content and just rolling with it and acting like it's theirs, here's what you can do to curtail that activity. So let me go over here to the okay, let me go over here. Let me cue it up real pretty. Pretty, pull it up, pull it up. So let's go here and let's roll this beautiful bean footage, I guess. So there you go.
In this video, we'll show you how you can prevent your videos from being re-uploaded to YouTube by others through our copyright takedown process.
Hey, Warren.
When you submit a copyright takedown request using YouTube's copyright complaint form, under Removal Options, you'll see the option to prevent copies of that video from appearing on YouTube going forward. This means that our system will try to identify new copies of the videos you're reporting and automatically prevent them from being uploaded. Before this happens, YouTube will review your takedown request to confirm it is valid and has all the details we need. When filling out your takedown request, you should only select this option if you own worldwide exclusive rights to the content you're requesting be removed. After you've submitted your takedown request, you can track its status in your Copyright Match tool, which is accessed in the YouTube Studio by going to Copyright, and then the Removal Request tab. Here, you'll see information about the content you've requested to take down and the status of your request. If you click into any of your removal requests, you'll see an expanded view that shows you more details about the original removal and potential copies we've found. When you submit a takedown request and check the box to prevent copies, our system will do two things: check for copies and check for potential copies. The automatically prevented column shows you the number of copies that were found. These videos are automatically removed upon upload. In addition to copies, our match system will also try to identify any videos that are potential copies. You'll see the status of this under the Find Matches column. These videos won't be removed by our system, as it will only remove copies, but you can still take action on these matches. To do so, click into the expanded view of the original removal request, then click View Matches. This will lead you to the Matches tab, where you'll see a filtered view of potential copies for that particular piece of content. From here, you can review the video and choose to archive the match, request that YouTube remove the video, or contact the channel that uploaded the video. As always, before submitting a copyright takedown request, make sure to check if the content might be protected by an exception to copyright, such as fair use or fair dealing. Please note that abuse of our takedown tools, such as submitting takedown requests for content you don't own, may result in the termination of your YouTube account. If you no longer want YouTube to prevent others from uploading copies, you can unselect this option by unchecking the box in the expanded view. You can also submit a retraction request, which will disable the feature once it's processed. This feature will be available for any future takedown requests you might need to issue. We hope this helps you to better understand how to prevent your content from being uploaded by others to YouTube. You can learn more about this and other copyright topics with the Help Center articles linked in the description. Thanks for watching.
Okay. That was Warren Reed, ladies and gentlemen. Warren Reed, as I said before. Warren Reed was a speaker at the Live and in Color Summit I did back in April. We talked about live streaming. He specifically talked about live streaming on YouTube. So if you want to gain access to that, hey Tara, hey James, if you want access to the Live and in Color Summit, let me know, and I will let you. Matter of fact, here is the link right here. Let me pull up the website so you can go to it. And if you want to see all the replays, including the session with Warren, you can do that here. There you go. You can see it, stream it, everything. It's right there. All the sessions. So we also had another YouTube speaker, Char Caesar Douglas. And we had a whole bunch of great people talking about live streaming, not just on YouTube, but on Amazon. We also had Facebook shops. We had a demo about Ecamm, which is what I'm using to live stream. We had Twitch. We had someone talk about live streaming as a service. So we had a lot of great conversations. So that's the Live and in Color Summit. And Warren is here somewhere. There's Warren. There. Yeah, that's the picture he liked to use. Yes. So that is available for you if you want to see all the great sessions that we had at the summit in April. And yeah, I am thinking about doing it again. I just don't know when just yet. But yeah, I am thinking about doing it again. So that's a wrap, people. That's a wrap for today's social media scene. Thank you for coming through. I actually got through the whole stream today. I'm kind of proud of me, a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still had some technical difficulties because my graphics don't work today. But hey, I think you still understood it without the visual aids of graphics. But at the end of the day, it's Friday. Have a glorious weekend. Please be safe out here in these mean streets or wherever you may be. If you're still trying to get your vaccinations and things of that nature, then do that. Just try to enjoy your life. I think we're at that point now where we're getting back to what we call some semblance of normalcy, quite possibly. So yes, please be safe as you go out and about in these mean streets of wherever you may be. And I say that selfishly because I do want you to return next week. Yeah, I'm saying that not just for your benefit, but for mine as well. Okay. So if you have any questions about anything said today in the live stream, hit me up on the YouTube and or the Facebook and Twitter, because I'm streaming there as well. We're testing some of everything to see what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, some things I'm learning I can do without. Some things I'm learning I should keep and maybe just, flesh some more things out. That said, I am looking for a co-host. If you'd like to be a guest on the social media scene, let me know, because I like having good co-hosts. I stress good. What does a good co-host look like? Don't matter. You can be purple. I don't care what you look like. But I do care about, do you like social media? Can you talk about social media? Do you have a perspective on social media? Then hey, we can have a chit chat. Indeed. All right. So that's it, people. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Hopefully by next week, I'll have my graphics next week. Bye-bye.